I noticed my clothes were fitting a little bit more snug, and well, the appearance of my body was, babe, let's just keep the lights off tonight, if you know what I mean. That is what happened when my sugar cravings were out of control. If you can relate to that, I got a fix for you. Here we go. Hey there, health warriors. Tracy here, back talking about the connection between digestion, fat loss, and wellness. Am I the only one that will eat a meal that is hands down delicious, stomach feeling full, sometimes over full, but go wandering over to the fridge or the cabinet looking for that something? Oftentimes, I felt myself having this constant battle with myself. I'm going to eat this. Well, I sure would feel better if I had just one teeny little taste. You shouldn't do that. Don't you remember what happened last time? Just back and forth with myself. If you find yourself reaching for sugary sweets on a fairly regular basis, even after you've eaten, then you're not alone. Today, let me share with you a not so typical way that I stop my sugar cravings when they pop up because, they do still come by and pay a visit. First, let's refresh the basics, things that you should maybe already know and be doing. You should already have removed the sugary foods from your living spaces. Just toss it all out. The next thing you want to do is check to make sure that you are not too low carb for too long. If you are hesitant about adding carbs back into your life, then please do check out this awesome video that I put out that has very practical ways that you can once again enjoy carbs without fear of weight gain or losing your mind, because that sometimes can happen. You need to make sure that your blood sugar is also stable, that it's not doing this whole yo-yo thing. When your blood sugar is not stable, it signals stress to the body, and a stressed body signals comfort. Comfort for most of us comes in the form of sweets. Some people are like salty, but the majority of us, we're looking for sweets. Now for the fix. The new way to deal with sugar cravings. For my sugar cravings, I am very mindful and intentional that my meals include 6 key elements. If one or more of these are missing from my meals over the course of the day, I tend to find myself having recurring bouts of sweet cravings. Grab something to jot these down. Number 1, sweet taste. If my food does not have some kind of sweet taste in it, sweet is calming and it strengthens our bodily tissues and fluids. It really does. It has a purpose. But hold up. Before you go running to get the cookie or cake and then say, well, Teresa said I can have it. That's not what I mean. By sweet taste, I mean food that registers to the taste buds on the tongue as sweet. And those sweet foods are found in things, whole foods, of course, are found in things like grains, sweet fruits, root vegetables, licorice roots, avocado, and animal products or meat. All of those things, especially if you chew them really well to liquid, we've talked about that, it does have that post-sweet effect. The second taste is sour taste. Citrus fruits, pickles, strawberries, fermented food, sauerkraut. Sour food helps to stimulate the digestion and it helps with elimination. I talk about it in every video, I know. This can be as easy as drinking 1 or 2 cups of water with some lemon slices, some lime slices, taking an orange and squeezing just a little bit of juice in there. It can also be achieved by eating a small little bit of sauerkraut with each of your meals, or having a tablespoon of yogurt. Homemade yogurt is probably the best. Taste 3 is salty, which I don't think many of us need help with. We probably need more help not doing as much salt. But some people like to have that salty taste. When doing salt, it's actually best to use Himalayan or pink salt because it still has the minerals and it replenishes electrolytes. If you are one of those kinds of people that desire that crunchy, salty experience, sea vegetables and olives are a much better choice than chips or any other processed food. Yeah, but olives are like, oh yum, pungent. That is the next taste that we need to have in our meals because it actually cleanses our sinuses and it awakens our senses. This looks like adding ginger, small amounts of onion, garlic, and spices. Hello, spices that have a little bit of heat to it, like cayenne, chipotle, black pepper. Need a little bit of pungent in your meals. Taste number 5 is sorely underutilized. in most of our meals, despite it being super, super nourishing. It really curbs that sugar desire, and that is bitter, which is found in green vegetables, turmeric, bitter chocolate, green and or black herbal tea. Bitter foods helps to cleanse the entire body from the head, shoulders, knees and toes, which includes the mind. You don't even need to consume a lot of it for it to be effective. When my digestion, my intestines were so inflamed, I could barely eat without coming to tears. I stopped eating bitter foods, bitter types of foods, because I actually thought they were the culprit. They were just cleansing too much. It was too rough or whatever. I don't know. All I know is I was in discomfort and I lack patience for some things. I'm the kind of person that if something is not working for me, I will get rid of it in a nanosecond. I will just break up with it. Bam. Food, whatever. I don't have the time or the patience. And in my haste, I didn't realize the long-term impact that that would have on me. I was a mean son of a. You could come to me and tell me some really great news, and I would quickly find a reason to crap all over your party because I felt like crap. So, yeah. I know that's hard for a lot of you to believe because I'm this whole happy, cheery person when you see me all the time, but that is what happens when your brain, when your body is deprived of key nutrients, segregating foods in general, and like you're the good food, you're the bad food, you're the good food. All of the food in its own way does something good for all of us. Food, real food, whole foods, not junk food, real foods, all of it. It wasn't until I slowly started adding back in bitter foods into my life that my body began to let go of not just the excess fat and toxins and all that stuff, but the emotions, because our bodies hold so many emotions. I became much more pleasant to be around. Did you know that bitter foods are a sort of like palate cleanser? They wipe away any other taste that's in our mouths. You've just had a serving of peach cobbler and you know that you shouldn't go back for that second serving. You really want to do well. Can you see how if you just stopped, maybe had a cup of black tea or small little piece of dark bitter chocolate or another servings of cooked greens, how that would cleanse your palate and that desire for that second or third or whatever slice of peach cobbler you're on would go away? Keep bitter foods around your house. Let me ask you this. How often do you find yourself eating unripe bananas, pomegranates, cranberries, strawberries, beans, or even taking the peel of citrus fruit and adding that to your dish? These foods give us that astringent taste that we need. It helps to strip away and sop up excess water. And for those of you who suffer with water retention, that happens in midlife for some of us. Astringent food is what will help to get rid of a lot of water retention. Of the 6 tastes, sweet, sour, salty, bitter, pungent, and astringent, which one is most lacking in your meal that from today going forward you will incorporate? Type that in the comment section for me below. Health warriors, from today going forward, I want you to briefly recall these 6 tastes. Get intentional, very intentional about adding them to your meals and watch yourself have more restraint when it comes to sugar cravings because health starts within. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Ah.